And speaking of being weather ready, it's time for a check of the weather with Nebraska Extension Ag Climatologist and Market Journal Chief Meteorologist Al Dutcher. Al, we've seen things settle down a little bit more this week. How's the week ahead shaping up?
Well, Bill, yes, we did have some fairly benign weather outside of eastern Nebraska. We caught a couple of those systems that are moving to the south of us. Not a lot of precipitation, but just enough to make the roads just an absolute nightmare on the travels to work. We did actually see a little break from the cold here in the eastern part of the state during the midweek period and got a taste of what some of the temperatures in western Nebraska have been like here lately. So we were very welcome for that. And one thing I'll say, the first part of this forecast looks absolutely gorgeous. After that, things fall apart rather fast. So go out and enjoy this weekend. It may be a few days before we see these type of temperatures again. So let's take a look at the surface map first of all. And you can see there's a powerful storm coming in the Pacific Northwest, and that's pushing a ridge downstream. So we're going to see some very warm temperatures out west, potentially making it to the 70-degree mark right along the Kansas-Nebraska border in southwest Nebraska, 60s here in eastern Nebraska, surface lows to our north, high pressure over the central Rockies. Nothing in the way of any moisture making it into our region, so a very nice day. It might be a little bit of windy. And then as we go into Sunday, we're going to see that trough starting to dig in the west, pushing up some southwesterly flow into our region with low pressure developing in west central Kansas. We're still going to have a nice warm day here across the majority of the state. We'll be paying attention to that trough, and it may actually start to push that cold front through as we get into Sunday night into Monday. The trough will deepen, and it kind of splits away from the northern stream, so we do have a surface low located in the Texas Panhandle that will try to push moisture up into our region, and we should start to see some good organized precipitation over the central Rockies with some lighter snow moving out into western Nebraska. And then on Tuesday, that trough starts to make its way toward the eastern United States, and the surface low will start to eject out in front of it into the mid-Tennessee River Valley, and that will have an expensive area of precipitation with some snow on the backside. It looks like accumulating snow will be primarily in Kansas and the southern border counties, and then all of those systems push toward our east as we get on Wednesday as high pressure firmly in control from the southern plains through the mid-central plains. A little bit of flurry activity, and that's really into early Wednesday morning. This will all pass to our east, and we'll be looking at another reinforcing shot of cold air on the backside of it, unfortunately. So even though we do warm up in the midweek period, we're going to rapidly come to a crashing close as we get toward the end of the week as another low pressure starts to form in Texas. And most of the precipitation, though, will stay to the north of us. So even though we'll see a cooler trend, it doesn't look like a lot of precipitation with us. And then we'll get some reinforcing shots of cooler air, but not Arctic air, as a series of low pressures stack up to the northwest of us, and that'll be the primary focus of major precipitation across the northern plains and toward the Great Lakes. We'll wait to see whether or not the next storm system has an impact next weekend, but right now it does look like there is some hints of Arctic air moving into our region. So overall, looking at a fairly nice weekend, and then we start to see the typical winter weather with cooler conditions. Farther out, we still keep that cold pocket into the western United States, so that is going to be the focus of additional energy that will move out into the period from next Thursday to the following Tuesday. And in terms of precipitation, with an ejection of another low, high probability we'll see above normal moisture in the northern plains, potentially into western Nebraska. So overall, not a bad forecast, Bill.